season to understand what your Egypt is. That's why the topic of this video is I changed my heart posture and God gave me a job. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Precious David and I'm a YouTuber based in Enugu, Nigeria. And today's video is something different from what I used to post, but I was doing this unemployed series. I had this part 1 to 10 plan, but fortunately for me, God provided a job for me on the 3rd week when I started that content. I don't have much views, but yeah, I was just doing the content, to pass time. So this video I'll start with so I want to read this Bible verse, Exodus 14 verse 13. I'm reading the King James version, and it says, "And Moses said unto the people, Hear ye not, stand still, and see the salvation of the Lord, which he will shew to you today. For the Egyptians whom you have seen today, ye shall see them no more forever." So this Bible verse is what like my life has been for the last 2 years now. So guys, and I've been out of any financial inflow or outflow for like 2 years. There's a whole story on how I lost everything. Like everything happened in a twinkle of an eye. I'll put a picture. It's a whole story of how I got here. So I've been living in my parents' house in Enugu. I moved from Abuja to Enugu, and I had to start life fresh. So when I moved here, I was not doing anything. I was so in shock. Like I went through all types of emotional whatever, I don't know what to call it. Like I was pissed. At the time I was angry, I was pissed. Every single thing. You start to recount why did you your steps, you wish you could go back in time. And but with time I had to accept where my current situation. Now guys, I'm saying this because every day people go through some kind of trials. Now it's only the people who have faith in God and that believe their situation will not remain the same that get out of that bad situation they are in. In Igbo land they call it Owa. Yes, it's called Owa. And Owa can be trials and tribulation that can come from anywhere. But my case, it was a wilderness season, guys. It was a wilderness season where you don't know what, when and where things are going to change for you. Now guys, I remember, if you want to understand this wilderness season properly, there's a movie about Moses on Netflix, guys. I think when I used to hear wilderness season, like I just used to hear YouTubers talk about it, but like watching that Moses movie really gave me a visual representation of what the wilderness season was like. So I will start with what a wilderness season is. I just used Google and ChatGPT. Let me just summarize it. A wilderness season is a period of spiritual testing, trial and training that can be marked by feelings of isolation, loneliness, temptation, sorrow and waiting. It's a time when life's circumstances can feel overwhelming and God may seem distant or silent during this season. One's faith is refined and their character is developed through perseverance and trust in God. Guys, I went through every single thing that is written here: isolation, All my friends left the country, like all my core friends left. There are a few here, but they are like not close. All my core friends left the country. Now, they not just leave the country. When I now moved to Enugu, my close friend got married and left and moved to another state, Lagos. Yes, loneliness. I started to feel very lonely. Like I just wanted to be in my own space. I don't want anybody to disturb me. Like I just wanted to do my own thing. Now, temptation, sorrow, temptation, your character will be tested. Like how you handle certain. I start becoming so angry. I'm not even going to lie. Like any little thing that happened in my family, like I'll retaliate. And waiting for God's promise. Like God promised me something. I've not gotten it yet, but like that waiting was crazy, crazy. So that's just like everything. So in general, the wilderness season is like when Moses was saving the Israelites from the hands of Pharaoh, taking them out of Egypt. So yeah, your Egypt is bondage, what you have been used to, what your you are known with. You get that's what your Egypt is. Your Egypt can be anything. I don't know what your Egypt is, but it can be anything. And most times it takes you to go through that wilderness season to understand what your Egypt is. That's why the topic of this video is I changed my heart posture and God gave me a job. So let me give you backstory. I have this crazy attachment with money. Like if my money is reducing in my account, I start to get anxious. So it made me have this scarcity mindset to the extent that before I went through this wilderness season, I remember my friend told me to pray about it because I'll be so anxious. My heart will be beating so fast when I don't have inflow of money. Do you understand? We're going to come back to this part. During my wilderness season, I went through different things that I thought that were my Egypt. I thought it was my character. I tried to change it. I was just thinking different things because in the story Moses and the Israelites, it was their mindset that made them stay in the wilderness season for so long, for 40 years. They were not supposed to stay there for 40 years, but because they wanted to go back to the old. Now during my wilderness season, my mind tried to remind me of when things were good, when I had my own apartment in Abuja and everything, but like old things are passed away, and you have to be ready for God's new chapter. This wilderness season is also the period your faith be tested and you only depend on God's provision. Guys, let me tell you. So when I was transitioning into the wilderness season, I didn't know I was transitioning into the wilderness season, but I was slowly moving my things back. I was not supposed to move back to Enugu, but God shut all doors for me to remain in Abuja. My friend I wanted to stay with left for Canada. The other two people that were helping me with my business left for Canada. So I had no other person to stay with in Abuja. So I had to go back home. So that I'll figure things out. Now there was this Bible verse, guys. So my business started to dwindle, and there's this Bible verse that held me through that transition season. That's Philippians 4:19. I had that Bible verse in my head. I memorized it. So anytime I needed money for anything, I would just say Philippians 4:19. The Bible verse Philippians 4:19 means and my God will supply all my needs according to his riches in glory. This Bible verse. You're going through, if you don't have any source of income, just say this Bible verse. So guys, every time I will always say this. Anytime I needed money, I will always say this Bible verse. Or if that anxious like wants to start, I will say this Bible verse. Like if I start to feel anxious about like what I need money for, I will say this Bible verse. And I promise you guys, whatever was important, God provided for me. I don't know how God provided, but God provided. Now, that Bible verse is still my favorite Bible verse till today, till this day. And I remember coming across that video. It was Pastor Bishop David Oyedepo, I'm a winner, and there was a video, an old video of him where he said bloggers were saying he's worth billions and this and that. He said they don't know how much he's, but if I find video I'll post it. He said he then said that they don't know my net worth, something like that his net worth is Philippians 4:19, and that was the day like I saved that Bible verse, and I always say that Bible verse whenever I was in time of need or provision.
Some fellow said, okay, I was worth $150 million. I said, that's an insult. $150 million, that's an insult. I'm worth Philippians 4:19. My God shall supply all my need according to his riches in glory by Christ Jesus. 150 million too small. That can be. That can be. He said, you shall lay up gold as dust. Is that 150 million? No.
This season, yeah, everybody's going to talk. You're going to want to hide. Guys, I actually hid. I stopped posting on social media before Instagram took down my page. I barely posted on WhatsApp because I liked posting on WhatsApp status. So like I just wanted to hide in my shell, but I promise you it's not the right thing to do. Yes, you may hide, but also talk to people around you. I'm so glad about the friends I have. Yes, they were pushing me, to find a job, do something and all, but then they were still there for me. God even used them like to provide for me sometimes, but they were like emotionally present for me. My friend Didia, I became close to her. My friend Blessing, like they were there. In short, I feel like this period of my life I really appreciated the types of friend that I had. Even my sister, that was, oh god, I don't even want to, if I start mentioning names it will be like I didn't mention some people, but just know that I feel like I hope, I pray to God every day that I hope I'm in the position to like also show that love back to them. As in to reciprocate that love they've shown me so far in this like hard period. Like this time really made me realize that I chose my friends wisely. Like I was so happy and proud of myself that I chose my friends wisely, and they really showed up for me in different stages, like different occasions. So I'm really glad. I really pray that God will bless each and every one of them in multiple folds for me. Blessing, Julia, Favor, Didi, my sister, my brother too, that was even struggling. Sometimes he would send me like little money. This is my junior brother, my boyfriend, my parents too. So yeah, so back to what I was saying. This season people like want to push you to do certain things. Your parents, everything, they'll try to push you, but you will notice that no matter what you do, it's not really going to go your way, because this is your trial season. You get, nothing will really go your way. All you have to do is depend on God. You get. So I remember in 2024 I tried looking for a job. I did social media management for my business, so I felt like I should get a remote job. So I started fasting and prayer. Oh, my cousin really made me start fasting and prayer. So last year I used to do fasting and prayer every month, like weekly, that monthly, that 3 days. I'll just pick 3 days or a week and do fasting and prayer. So I did that fasting and prayer like January, February, March. So guys, in March, God told me to rest. Like rest. I say rest. Okay. So that March 2024, I was like, rest. So I didn't get, my business had now closed down. And in June 2024, I got a remote job. But now, that remote job, I didn't realize that it was also a rest job. I did not do anything. The woman was just paying me salary. I was a social media manager. I barely did anything because her business didn't really like kick off the way she planned because of some circumstances. But like she was paying me and it was a remote job. I was very grateful. I used to beg for activity, like what I would do. You get, but I realized that was God telling me to rest, but He just wanted to provide something for me to be getting money at the end of the day. So I then started, well, before I got that job, I was so eager to get a job. I was pursuing money. I wanted a job that would pay me $1,000, $2,000, but that job was just paying me 70K. I took it, but my heart posture wasn't good. I forgot that we're supposed to be working towards our purpose, not just chasing money. That was what I forgot. So as I was doing the job, I wasn't doing much. So I restarted my content creation on YouTube. That was when I started working 10K steps, and I started doing content about it before, and then I won something online. I won something from EHP Labs. There's a video about it. And even gym, like I started going to the gym towards the end of the month, and my boyfriend paid for it. Like it was just God's direction and provision. So the more I was doing, like I felt like I was doing my purpose, which was to start YouTube content, the more like things were going for me. Now my friends asked me I should be applying for job, but I stopped applying for jobs. So before I stopped applying for jobs, it was after the lady I was working for as a remote job, she decided to close the business around November or October. I cried because I could feel like it was going to close down. So I cried because my provision have dried up. I don't know what to do. So I cried. Oh my God. But I accepted it and I kept on going. So people are telling I should apply for job. I was there then, yes, I've applied, but nobody's saying anything. Guys, so beginning of that November, December, I did not do it. I was just doing my content, workouts, I'll go to the gym and YouTube, that's all. Then beginning of the year, I told myself I'm not going to apply for jobs until I get my heart posture right, which was to serve with purpose. Like I want to pursue my purpose. I don't just want to pursue a job for money. That was the only reason I wanted to get a job, for money. And I didn't like that. It reminded me I had to go back to myself. When I was in school, I could work for somebody and they will not pay me anything because I wanted to learn. You get, that was who I used to be till I started touching money, and then my focus changed to money. So I had to stop that. So anybody that asks me am I applying for a job, I say yes. I'll tell them I've applied, but nobody's saying it. It's just I'm not applying it. I did not apply anything. You even see jobs. I used to see job vacancy, but they were mostly first day I used to see it, but like, no, it's not time. It's not time. It's not time. So like January, February, March, April, May. I was waiting for something, but it didn't turn up. So I was like, you know what? Okay, maybe it's time for me to apply for a job. That was when I now applied for this job I am currently in. And God gave me the job. Now, before I applied for this job, I told God that, God, CEO, I need a job. This YouTube you want me to do, you need funding, and I don't want to be staying at home. So it's not, I wasn't asking God for the job for money to eat or daily expenses. I needed it to fund my purpose. So I had to explain to God, I don't like that how I am idle at home. I feel like me being idle doesn't make any sense. I need a job. So when I applied for this job, I didn't think I would get it. The interview, nonsense. I did not do anything. But the man just gave me benefit of doubt. Now when he offered my salary, it wasn't what I expected, but I knew that I had to take it because I wrote down my reasons for taking the job and I removed money from it, which is to also to cheapen this YouTube, to also keep my mind busy and so learn something new, which is accounting. I got a job as an accountant. I studied accounting in school, but I never practiced. So yeah, that was what happened, and I think that was why God gave me this job, because it wasn't money oriented, it wasn't money focused. It was to help with my purpose, make me more active, and help my brain, and learn something new, acquire a new skill. So yeah, that's how I feel I got this job, because I changed my heart posture, which is not to chase money. So yeah, if you're out there and you're pursuing job, take a step back. Yes, you need money, but you need to remove the money from the side. Do you get? And remember this Bible verse. Let me read this Bible verse for you. The Bible verse that says, Galatians 3:23 to 24, it says, whatever you do, work at it with all your heart, as working for the Lord, not for human masters, since you know that you will receive an inheritance from the Lord as a reward. So like that should be your work ethic 101. Don't forget the money, just do your job. And I was seeing videos about different business owners complaining. You see people all over social media complaining of staff that they don't want to work, they just want the money. And that really made me think deep. Another Bible verse you should also read is Proverbs 22 verse 29, that says, seest thou a man diligent in his work, he shall stand before kings, he shall not stand before mean men. So guys, remember these two Bible verses. Like, if you are choosing to work for somebody, yes, so you need your daily. There are some bosses that may not pay well, but you have to check. Like, let money not be the core reason why you're working. I even told a staff today, like, he was complaining, he was talking about money. I told him, don't think like that. I told him this exact Bible verse, and he calm down. Like, please, let's put in the work out there. God will bless us. God will bless the works of our hands. Please, guys. So I hope this video, resonated with you. I hope like the something from this video, you're going to take it to your everyday life as you're working for people. Please work with your heart, work with with a good mind. Please do to somebody what you want them to do to you, please. So guys, this brings me to the end of this video. I want to say thank you, God, for for the wisdom in this video. I think I touched everything I'm supposed to touch, and thank you so much, Jesus. Thank you for your provision. And there are some content creators you need to watch on YouTube. Is it Deb? And then Ella B. I just like their content, how they relate everything with Jesus. Like, so I'm going to put their channels. I watch their channels all the time. So please, if you want to grow more in Christ, watch these channels. Like, they don't put it in your face, the whole Christ thing, but from their attitude, how they talk, like they make you want to have better relationship with God. So yeah, I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.